Good morning, Kiddo Kids, and welcome to your Friday, June 11th, and today is National Corn on the Cob Day. Well, corn's a really special plant because it is actually growing right outside right now, just outside our windows. We are in corn country out here, and corn is a really major food staple of not only the United States, but the world. And funny thing about it is it really wouldn't exist without people the way we know it. Corn started right there over kind of like the letter A right there as more of a grass seed and eventually was cultivated into the corn we know. That corn, strangely enough, really doesn't exist without people planting it. We need to keep getting the seeds that we want for the traits of corn that we like, and we're going to keep growing them the kind of corn that we really appreciate. In fact, most of the corn that we grow only comes from a handful of different seeds. There's only a few different kinds out there in terms of varieties, but when I say a handful of seeds, there's lots of different types of corn that we still do try to grow today. Some is blue, purple, green, all kinds. Some are inedible, some are edible. There's tons and tons of different kinds of corn, although the stuff we actually grow for commercial farming is much, much more narrow. In fact, the vast majority of corn that we grow is actually not eaten at all. It's used for ethanol, which is a fuel additive. We've got a huge crop here in the United States, and we grow actually the majority of the world's ethanol. So if you want to know about some other uses for corn, we've got our popcorn. There's also the stuff called dent corn, which is the corn we make for corn flour and cornmeal. We can owe all of this, though, to the native peoples that were first in the Americas that actually cultivated those original crops of corn. Both the Hopi and the Cherokee nations really made huge strides in cultivating corn for basically in the entire world. When it comes down to it, remember I told you that only really a handful of seeds are grown? Back in 1903, we had about 307 different varieties of corn we commercially grew. Now, as of 1983, which is still a very long time ago, we only really use 12 of those seeds. That's pretty wild. So, that has something very much to do with this beautiful place right here, which actually is all the way out in Norway. This is Svalbard, Norway, which is a archipelago north of the main, portion of the nation. And there's this really cool, weird, futuristic building over here, which is actually the Global Seed Vault. This is actually a place where we keep all those really valuable corn seeds. The whole purpose of it is because corn, or any plant for that matter, is basically the replica of itself. That if we have some sort of disease or blight of any sort, it could affect entire world crops, huge chunks of crops for individual nations that could spread across the entire planet. So we need to have a safe place to keep all of those seeds, just in case we lose a crop. We don't want to lose those seeds forever. So we have this really crazy thing called the Seed Vault, and it is this giant futuristic looking building that keeps basically the world's seed supply for almost every plant imaginable. But very special to us here locally, the corn. So now that you know the really in-depth history of corn here and how really rich it is, why don't we put our hands over our hearts, find the flag in the room, and please rise for the flag salute. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. All right there, Kendall kids. Why don't you please lend me your ears? I'm sorry, that joke was corny. We have today a PB&J sandwich with string cheese or garlic French bread pizza, tossed salad with dressing, baby carrots with dressing, apple, and milk. What's going on with that weather outside? Well, you better believe it's gorgeous, and it will be for the remainder of the week and into the beginning of next week. The only downside is today we have a 24% chance of rain. The highest probability is kind of in the mid to late afternoon, but we're looking at a high of 69 degrees and a little bit of cloud cover that'll be persisting through most of the day. Same thing for Saturday and Sunday with the cloud cover, a little bit more of a chance of rain on Sunday, but look at those temperatures, high of 72, high of 73. It's just going to be comfortable, like room temperature outside, guys. Can't get much better than that. So enjoy it. If there is some sun, soak it up, but otherwise just appreciate that it's going to just be quite nice out there. So let's finish off our announcements with that Kendall mission statement. The mission of the Kendall Central School District is to provide the knowledge, skills, values, and attitudes needed by students to live responsibly and compete successfully in today's and tomorrow's world. Well, hold on. Stick around. I got one more message for you before I let you go. So in other news, kids, Mrs. Leitenberger has completed her color challenge, and she's asked all teachers and staff from the elementary school here to vote for their favorite color, and the results are in. In first place with 14 votes, that's quite a few, was purple. In second place with 11 was blue. In third place was 8 votes with green, and pink, yellow, and orange all came in with 6 votes each. Special recognition should be paid for the most unexpected vote-in color from Mrs. Murkowski, which was a vote for burgundy, which is, pretty unique for a vote for her favorite color. Mrs. Leitenberger wanted to thank everybody who voted and hopes that you enjoy your participation gift. Please wait till after the announcements and go ahead and peek inside. I hope you guys have a wonderful day, and remember to stay colorful, Kendall. Really appropriate for that little contest there, too.